The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of RMCOnAir.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Here we go. My name Bishop Bullwacker from the First Church, nothing but the truth. Deacon Kyle, Deacon George, Deacon Clay, open the door, let them in, turn them loose. First, I want to thank God for the blood running warm in my veins. That's all right. Thank God for my life, health, and strength. I got a sound mind. I'm not insane. Come on, come on. I ain't gonna preach too long. Ain't gonna take the service too far. My sermon this morning, hell to the no, no, no. Come on, come on, come on. Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no. To the no, 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 listen. Sister Elder, Sister Ruth, y'all ushers, make sure that everybody get a seat. Sister Lily may go in the kitchen, cause when I get through, I need to eat. Come on! Fix me collard greens and cornbread and rice. Chicken breasts, oxtails on the side. That's all right. Deacon Frank, get my Dodge truck ready, cause when I get through, I need to ride. Deacon Big Rob, count the money, come back.
Come on with it, just like that, man. Got our favorite song on. You know how we said hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell no. What is that shit right there? Was that opera?
More. That was that last note he hit at the end. He rocked it at the end.
Hell to the no. What was that?
That was Nopera.
Do that shit again.
Nigga opera. Oh, follow Caesar. Okay.
Do that shit again and see what happened to you. Man, we are in the building tonight. What's up? What's so damn funny? We are in the building tonight, man. We are experiencing some technical difficulties. But you know what? We gonna ride it out like it ain't Nathan. You hear me?
Nada.
You hear me?
Not a Nathan.
I'm just saying it is what it is. You might not get the broadcast tonight, but you can check it out tomorrow night. So tomorrow night will be tonight or vice versa. Anyway, y'all know who we sponsored by. We got the Pitbull drinks in the house tonight. That's right, the Pit and the Bizzle. That's right, we love them, man. This is the one for the people that's grown and sexy like me. Can't handle too much sugar. I'm diabetical, you know what I mean? So they give me these kind right here with the sugar-free. I'm just saying, I got some other sugar-free things tonight too, huh?
Watch out now, watch out now.
What you say, Carlo? What you say? Bought me this little silver package.
Eat it slow, eat it slow.
Eat it slow.
How you gonna go?
What this is in this package?
That's some of that medicated cake. Yeah.
So this cake got medication in it. So the fat girl get cake and medication?
Yeah, that's like coffee without the coffee. Yeah, here we go.
Hell to the now.
Coffee cake.
This the coffee cake. Got that extra bing bing in it. Let me see what it look like. Now, come on with it. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Put the camera on it. Where the camera? This that medication.
Homemade cake.
Oh, it's homemade. You didn't get it from
the monkey bread.
You didn't get it from the dispensary.
It ain't from the dispensary. That's homemade.
Can you see that on this? He only bought me a little portion because he said this.
Bring you a lot.
This
shit. At the hospital talking about he put something in it. I swear to God he did. I'd be like, it ain't nothing but weed, honey.
Ain't no date rape in there.
But weed.
Let me just
if it was date rape, I had to go home with you. I don't want nobody else to get it. Shit.
Oh, so you can't just do it for my dude?
Date rape medicine for somebody else to go and kill it.
You can't just help my dude. Or you can't just help my dude out like that.
Yeah, I can. I be have to call that nigga up. Be like, yo, man, put my $20 in the mail, nigga.
Speaking of, it tastes good. When people say what it tastes like, they really asking is, can I get a taste? I'm the big girl, and I know all the tricks when people try to trick me out my food.
Your food.
What it tastes like?
It look,
is it good?
Hey, when I was growing up, I used to just be straight mean and knock it out your hand.
It's good,
and we'll race you to the ground to get it.
What I like about it, you can taste the medication.
Just so you know that it's there, shit. So you know it's there. I swear, if I'd have known that all y'all was gonna be here tonight, I would have brought more. I had the cake for 2 days, man, but I don't know how long you expect me to hold on to some motherfucking cake.
So now, if I would like to re-up, is that the word?
Yeah, girl, no problem.
Man, this cake is
Don't worry,
good, man.
I'm gonna knock 3 times on the door of my neighbor's
This cake
house.
already got the munchies.
I don't know if that's a good mix. Fritos and cake, I guess so, huh? That's delicious. Knock that
Do
down.
you cough when you eat edibles like when they be eating dope?
Nope, sure don't. Nobody will never know. You could be standing there with your cake in front of the president.
No, this one's smelling.
No.
Let me see. She smell like Betty Crocker.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna eat and drink and everything at the same time.
I ain't mad at you.
So anyway, what's up, everybody? What's up? Did everybody have a great holiday weekend?
Hey.
Yeah, we had a wonderful.
What'd you do for the 4th of July,
Me,
Colin?
myself? Man, I drove Uber, actually. And let me just tell you something. I drove Uber on the 4th of July that day. I drove all day. You know why? Because I could just drive. I was just on the freeway, just flying around, about $300 in. I was like, this is so fun. The 4th of July. I ain't got to see no fire. And then my cousin and them was out here, and we saw the fireworks.
Where'd you see the fireworks?
I was about $300 in by then. We was out in Carson, sure enough. Over there by Dominguez Hill, sure enough.
Man.
Yeah, at the college.
Well,
So you was working.
Yeah, it was a great day for me. Yeah, I loved it.
Man.
Yeah, I had $300 that day. Just because I was just driving, and that's why I started about, my normal 4:30 in the morning, get up, start driving. And I was like, about 10 o'clock, I was about $100 in. I was like, this is going good today. And I was like, this freeway is
Yeah, that's what my friend
clear.
said. She drove all day too and made her cheese.
Because it was so easy to do. It was like
Everybody was just chilling because they didn't want to. They
just
didn't want
wanted
to
to ride
drive to those
somewhere.
fireworks. They wanted you to just drop them off
People just wanted
and
to
come
ride
back
somewhere.
and pick them up.
Man, I don't care if I don't ever see your ass again. That first ride is good enough for me.
Man.
I had a beautiful experience.
What you do? What you did? What you
I
did,
went-
Snagglepuss?
I
Let's
went-
introduce Snagglepuss.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on,
Hey,
yeah,
how
man.
y'all
We
doing?
got my boy Snagglepuss, the comedian, the hair, the barber, the everything. What's up,
Entrepreneur,
Snagglepuss?
Yes.
Entrepreneur. This
blessed.
nigga got. I mean, he got a barber shop on wheels.
On the,
Yes,
in
a
the
mobile
car.
service.
Mobile barber shop.
I ain't mad at that, too. I love that.
They ain't gotta come to me. I come to them.
You just come right on outside and be like, yo, man.
That business is like really getting. It's prospering. It's getting to the point where I can't control the volumes of phone calls and the customers that's coming
Ain't
in.
that a beautiful thing?
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
It's real good.
When you don't have to mess around and hire another truck, huh?
Well,
thought you had
it's snag a puss, and when you say it,
Snag
yeah,
a puss.
and when you say it real fast, it's snag a puss. Yeah.
So when you
And
say
it-
you snag a
it's
puss,
it's a derogatory
He's snagging
statement.
puss.
It's a figure of
She
speech.
said it's
It's
snagging
it's a
puss.
way of life. It is what it is. I mean, eventually, if I get
puss.
mad or if I see some money, I'm gonna get paid. I'll pull them out and show you why they call me snag a puss.
pull them
Not
out.
right now. Not right now.
No.
He's not mad, though. He's
I'm not mad and I'm not getting paid, so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in society.
Yeah.
I mean, I have ways to make them disappear. That's all I gotta say. But
You
they
don't wanna
real.
know no more unless
They
you
mine.
turn out the lights.
And they real.
I'm not
But
gonna
I'm like
ask him.
Houdini. I know a magic trick. And
Watch out now.
I got the magic touch.
Yeah.
So tell us what you did this weekend.
I Googled the best place to spend 4th of July weekend with the family, and I found Mother's Beach in Marina Del Rey.
Oh,
Mother's Beach.
Mother's
we
Beach.
got one in Long Beach.
And but Mother's Beach and Me's Beach in Long Beach is
It's
on the
like,
bad grade side of the prettiest beaches to go to in Los Angeles
Okay.
or in the LA area. But the
I'ma
Mother
eat my
Beach
snack.
in Marina Del Rey, they got white sand,
Say
no
what?
glass in the sand. No, it was beautiful, and I seen multiple different type of races. I seen people from
Sure
Crenshaw. I seen people from Hollywood, Venice Beach. It was so beautiful to see all those different type of people. I mean, all those different races in one spot. The police wasn't harassing nobody. I didn't see not one police harassment. The police was walking by, people was rolling weed, kids walking by.
All right.
Wasn't nobody being
Was somebody
messed
rolling
with.
weed, you said?
Yes, they was, and the medical marijuana law states that long as you secluded and to yourself. Now, if you rolling a blunt and a kid just sequentially just run by you, they came into your airspace. You was over there by yourself, and the police can't do nothing to you.
I'm
But hot damn, I'm
But
about
you
to give me a law book on this
you
shit.
gotta speak up and tell them badass kids get the hell on.
Right,
Get
go
the hell
away
away
from
from
here.
here.
Get off my land.
Get away from my airspace.
Come on.
No.
Hill
But I
to
seen
the
some of the
dawn.
most beautiful. It was beautiful, and only thing I regretted about going out there was the damn fireworks show. They did the fireworks show off in the water, off boats, off the barrage,
Wow.
and it was beautiful. But for the money that they say that they paid for the fireworks, and the length of time that it took to pop all those fireworks that they so-called said that they had all that money invested into, it didn't last that long, and I don't believe they spent that much money on those fireworks. Last
Was it
year,
free?
it was free to watch, but last year I went to buy USC, and I
Hey,
watched.
it was off the chain.
I
man.
watched fireworks.
I saw fireworks there last
They
year.
blasted fireworks for hours. The
Sure
grand
enough.
finale was at least 30 minutes long.
Sure enough.
And when
Yeah,
the grand finale
yeah.
go off, it go and it just
Never
really,
stops, so you be like-
it's just a really beautiful sight to see those type of fireworks go off all at one time.
Well, I've been in my hood all week, and I've been having fireworks all damn
Man,
week long.
they ripped them
been
white folks
knocking.
off out
They've
there.
been knocking. What you call it? Alarms off, and man, me and my friend, my dude, whatever, / we talk about that later. We went to Big Bear, and they had a big, huge firework display up there.
Was it snow? Was it snowing?
No, not now. This is our summertime. Big Bear is like really nice. I mean, like we had to turn the heater on last night before we came back tonight. Before we came back, so
It cools off at night.
It cools off at night, like
It's
But
the
that's
mountains.
beautiful. That's nice.
yeah, it's nice. It's nice, but the air is very, very thin up there. Like you, damn near can't catch. Like I almost thought I had to come back home
Yeah,
because the air is very thin. You're so close.
There, right?
No snow, but not cold either. In the daytime, it's warm, pretty warm, like hot.
It's just kind of hard to
But
catch your
then-
breath, it seemed like.
Yeah, because the air is so thin, like you feel like you're like.
So when y'all was doing it for over 3 minutes and shit, y'all was running out
Nah,
of
we
breath,
ain't
huh?
doing it. Stop it, Carlo. You trying to make me tell a lie.
Hell to the dawn. Hey, he looked at the clock.
Big Bell for nothing.
He was like, yeah,
Big Papa didn't
yeah.
go
He
way
looked at that
to
clock
Big
and he was
Bell
like,
for
oh,
nothing.
no, only a minute?
I bet you when he got up there, he was like, baby, I got a surprise for you. He threw them 2 Viagra's on that table. He's going down in this motherfucker.
Ah,
Ain't nobody gonna
my
tell.
baby don't
but
use no
you.
Viagra's. First of all,
Well, I'm just saying, if he might
I'm
use the
just saying,
Cialis, ain't no.
No, he ain't gonna see Alice. He gonna see you there.
He drink
What
coffee.
the hell they gonna see it looking at Alice for?
You
Look
see
at
him
me.
drink coffee?
No.
I'm just saying, if you see him drinking coffee, that's that sex coffee. That's like they got the coffee that you can drink, and it's like Viagra.
Really?
Yeah, and when you seeing all these old men drinking coffee nowadays, you thinking they drinking on coffee, but no, but they getting ready.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they getting ready. You ain't never heard of it? It's called sex coffee.
Damn.
And it's black marketed.
Sound like an expert.
Oh, I used to sell it. But when it first came out, it was like Monavie. You remember like Monavie and what was the name of them health nutrition drinks? Like Pitbull, when they first come out, they give like
The samples,
vendors-
huh? Get
Yeah,
you
no,
looked,
you get
huh?
to go out and try to sell it door to door first.
Oh, all right.
And they try to see how
It go
how
high
big it
sell,
how it
yeah,
goes,
yeah.
and once it get up to a certain level,
Cut your
then it
ass
goes
off,
to the
huh?
major markets. But it bees
So
out.
you was walking people.
Yeah, I was going door to door selling sex coffee, and
Was
you know,
people buying it or looking
the
at you
women
like
was
you're
going
crazy?
crazy. They was throwing the coffee
Hey, they
down and
fixing
snatching
pussy
me
coffee
through the
like a
window.
bug, huh?
They was snatching me through the door. They were like, "Fuck the coffee, I want you." I was like, "Okay." If you drink the
shit,
coffee,
man, give me a-
that's what I'm saying. They
me
were
a
like, if
packet
you
of
drink
that
the
sex
coffee,
coffee.
I buy it. I was like,
So was
all
it for
right,
the ladies
you
or
leave
for you?
$500 on the table and I give it to you. You know, I'm like a woman
How
that
many
knows.
kids you got? Yeah, thank you.
I got 13 children.
And he ain't lying.
Yes,
Hey.
12 girls and 1 son. And
Damn.
you know down south
That's
where we
punishment
from,
right there, bro,
they
bro.
say it takes a man to make a girl and a woman to make a boy. And I finally got my son. And guess what I did to get him? I just laid there. It'll come to you in the morning.
I ain't never just laid there and I got both.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you something. My grandfather told me that it's only one way to detect a woman good vagina. And you got to put a baby in her first. And if that first seed come out a woman, a girl, you better take off running. That ain't no good vagina. A good vagina spit out a boy first. And that boy,
Let me eat some
What
chips.
you just said.
no, it doesn't.
That's a myth, man.
No, it ain't a myth. That's what my grandfather said.
I know, man, but
Wait,
your grandfather,
why you
man,
gotta
Cause that's a sign of some bad pussy. You're gonna have trials and tribulations. Not only is you gonna get attitude from the woman.
oh,
you
that
gonna
don't
get
mean that the
attitude-
pussy ain't no good.
Oh no.
Okay, 'cause I was
No.
talking about my head,
The pussy level can change. if you stick around and stick in it a little bit longer, and if you put another one in it, if it come out of boy, the pussy level do change. Now it do get better.
I was
But
gonna say this.
I'm from Mississippi. I'm from So-So.
Can somebody from Mississippi call
Jones
and
County,
confirm that
Mississippi.
shit for me?
Where you from?
I'm from So-So, the free state of Jones County.
So.
Got it. It wasn't not a damn
they got
thing
it on
free
the news.
down there.
We got a new movie coming out, The Free State of Jones. Well, it's out right now. I went and watched it last night, and that was one of the most lionist, bigotry-ass movies I ever seen.
Yeah,
in
you
my
thought
life.
they was gonna tell the truth and shit?
Man, that was some of the funniest shit I ever seen in my life. But they
So-So
showed how stupid they
Mississippi.
was.
So, Mississippi.
Yeah, So-So, Mississippi.
So.
That's the name of the city where you live?
Yeah, S-O-S-O.
So.
How
And
many streetlights y'all got?
we just got our first street light in
Damn.
2014.
Go, girl, you get that shit right on the
We
head.
got a four-way crossover, we got a four-way stop sign.
You couldn't wait to move away from there, shit.
Man, I took off running with a stick in the sack.
You got jokes about the house alone and shit.
Well, I mean, it's just like I tell them, you know, I'm from the backwoods of the woods, the back of the
Ain't never
backwoods.
lied. So.
Damn. So.
And you watch that movie, you'll see where I'm from. It's a controversial. How do you say
Controversial.
Yeah, it's real controversial. It's a controversial place to stay. We stay in the Ambala of the heart of the South. And
Wow, I've never heard that word.
it's like the middle, the heart
That's
of
where
the
they
South.
hang.
It's like the
It's
You sure to
it's
get
in the
hungry.
middle of the swamps, one way in, no way out.
Either go get hung or
where
eat by
we're
alligator.
from, they considered us to be always free. But how can we be free in the middle of a state that's full of Confederates and the people that was housing us to be free was runaway Confederate soldiers? So, you know, the Confederates was the South, they was fighting for the South. And the Union soldiers was the soldiers for the North. And when they started to defeat them, the Confederates, coward ass white folks, started to running and hiding. But the Confederates
So-so.
would condemn the castaways and hang them. They didn't care. You gonna fight to the end. We fighting for the cause of the South, and for the ones that ran and hid. That's where we come from. The Newton Knights. The Knights. It was actually some runaway slaves saved him from being a revolt from the Confederate Army. He ran away from the Confederate Army, and some runaway slaves saved him from the swamps. They pulled him in the swamps and saved him.
Them
And
gators finna get
and they
that
was able
ass.
to collect other men that was runaway slaves and run away from the Union.
Then
from
they
the-
went
from the
right back to
Confederates.
taking over
And they
like
went
they
back
do,
and they
like they
took
normally
over
do, huh?
the little area that we was from
Fucking
with
white
the
folk.
black slaves. And then at the end, the government said they was gonna give us all 40 acres and a mule. And 30 days after they set us free, they took it back.
Man.
So.
And it is what it is. And he had a white wife that he ran off, sent her to another state, and married a nigga, a black girl, a niglet slave.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And
you
it is
learned
what it
history
is.
right here.
His son he had a child by the woman, and the son came out a niglet. He looked pure white, but the white folks knew he was a nigga by the curves of his lips
Sure
and
enough.
by the features of him. And he married a white lady, and he got sent to prison for illegally because he had one. They said if you got one drop of black blood in
You
you,
black.
you
You's a
black by
nigga.
the Constitution, and they sent him to prison for marrying a white woman.
He lucky.
His
Because, you know,
son,
in So-So,
yeah.
they have, that's the place, you know how in New York where we got tennis shoes hanging on the wire?
We have a dry
We got
county.
niggas hanging on the wire. in
Exactly.
So-So.
We have a dry county. Dry county where
Dry county means
we don't
alcohol,
have no
liquor.
beer. No, we have plenty of spirit stores. There's spirits everywhere. You got 12 spirit stores, but we can't sell no beer in the county.
Why not beer? Why not beer?
They say beer is the cause of the root of all evil.
But whiskey ain't, though.
But the spirits, when they get out and they get to drinking them spirits and they go out and lynch, and you hear them say, I mean, somebody getting it.
You know a nigga finna die.
Yeah. And they don't talk about the stories, but it was just a brother just the other day found hung in Mississippi.
I told you.
And they ain't saying shit about it. We hearing all these about the police killing,
Right.
police brutality.
No, they're not still hanging people.
Man,
Yes.
people with the man just got found hung up a tree.
I told you that just like the
other
tennis
day,
shoes.
Are you serious?
with a Ku Klux Klan note stuffed in his chest. Come join the Ku Klux Klan, and you ain't see that nut
Nowhere
story
near on
nowhere
no
on
news.
the
No.
media.
You serious?
I swear to God.
Hey, you probably can't
I ain't never
YouTube
told
it
you
either,
no
huh?
bullshit, but
Huh?
it's a real story that really seriously need to be affected with, but the people ain't trying to hear that shit.
Ain't no niggas able to video that one on their phone. They did
Now
too.
that ain't so funny.
No, that ain't funny at all.
But it was another brother that was a homosexual, that was a gay guy, that came out to run for the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
Why, a week before the election, they found him hanging up against a tree with his dick cut off and stuffed in his mouth.
Cold
with
piece.
a
And we ain't heard
KK
nothing
note
about
stuck
that
in his
either.
ass that said God don't like gays.
And we ain't heard nothing about
And
that.
they ain't never said nothing about that story.
And we mess around and get killed
And
though in here talking about it.
He was on the
We ain't
political.
gonna talk about it no more.
Yeah, he was on the
You don't-
political.
we
He was
don't
on the
wanna get
political
hung up.
winning side. Like he was really finna win that race, that mayor of Jackson, Mississippi. Because when he came out gay, everybody came out for him.
Cause there's a lot of them
There
stuck
was a
in
lot
there.
of it. Man, Mississippi.
They can't wait.
You can't bring that subject up in Mississippi. It's just like bringing it up in Africa. You're gonna get stoned to death.
Wow.
Where I'm from, you can look in the news where they just got it shot down because they still fighting that Supreme Court ruling of gender bathrooms. They still not doing it. And they said it didn't. It ain't going on in our house. We believe in the Lord, and we
whatever.
ain't going for it. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but it's sad that they allow these people, these because it's one race that have a dominant force and dominant power down there. It's white people. They allow the white people to do what they want to do down there, and they'll turn their back and act like they don't pay attention to nothing they're doing.
It's always been like that.
And
That's crazy.
And as long as you keep the media off of it, the world will never know about it. And we can keep painting these other pictures and all this other stuff that's going on.
Somebody's still getting hung in 2014.
I told you it's like New
2016.
York. They're hanging on the
It's
line
sad.
like tennis shoes.
It's sad. It's a sad story that
You thought I was playing? I know it sounded like a joke, but it
they don't
ain't.
bring up them the type of stories that will really cause upset in America. They don't want to tell them type of stories. The type of stories that they got us following is the stories like this brother out standing outside the store selling DVDs and CDs. The police know him as the CD man, the DVD man. He goes
that
and
was a cold
he
thing.
sells a bad copy to a customer. Customer come back complaining. He want his money back. He pulls his pistol on him. He gets mad, get in the car, go down the street, call the police on him. The police get a call and say somebody just pulled a gun on a person at the store. When they pull up down the store, he didn't run with the pistol on him. He got a pistol, DVDs, everything illegal. He didn't run because he felt like he was at work. He was right for selling DVDs, knowing good and well wrong is wrong and there's no right way to do wrong.
Right.
When the police came, they came because they had an initial call of somebody pulling a pistol with a violent effect. So when they came with a aggression.
So wait a minute, the man. Wait a minute, because I don't look at this stuff on TV.
Yeah.
Because this is just too much for my nerves. So the man that was selling the DVDs, he pulled his gun out on the
He
guy.
pulled his gun out on a customer that came and complained about a DVD.
Mm-hmm.
He went and got in his car and pulled off and called the police.
The customer
The
did.
customer did. The dude that bought the DVD that he put a pistol on. And the police came looking for him. Fit the description, the guy made the full description of what he looked like and called the police on him. When the police came, they came looking for him. So when they came, they already knew he had a pistol on him. And so when they tried to attack him down, the police officer did pull a pistol off of him.
We are live on the air. Can you believe what we're hearing right here? This is
The
just
police
crazy.
pulled a pistol off. They pulled a pistol off of him as they were trying to restrain him, and he constantly tried to get up. And if you got to put yourself in those police situation, I tell everybody, I'm an ex-convict, and right is right and wrong is wrong. When the police tell you to lay down and
Lay
they pull
your
that
ass
pistol
down.
out and put it in your face, that means nigga quit moving. These crackers ain't playing. How many we gonna see get killed when they say stop, freeze, move?
But that one guy that was in Minnesota, he was just in a car.
We didn't see the part where he got shot. And see, that's where the media wants you to see a certain part of it. See, we didn't see when that camera came on, this man was already laid out. We don't know how he reacted or what his initial reaction was when he first got pulled over.
Well, how does that warrant to shoot
It,
somebody? What was he
the
going through?
police have to go home to their family and kids just like everybody else. And it's a lot of tension in this world. And the reason why I say that, because I can speak on a fact of the matter that the police pulled me over and I was so tense with this black racial thing of Black Lives Matter that a white officer came to my passenger side. She was asking the questions. Another officer was at the tail of my car. I didn't see him.
With his
I just
gun,
seen
with
the
his hand on
officer
his
that was
gun.
asking questions. And the first thing she said, "Do you have you ever been to prison? What's your name?" I said, "Hold on, Black Lives Matter." And the black officer come out the side. Not when a black officer pull you over. Well, hell, I didn't even see you. She was asking the question. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
He
'cause-
said that to you?
yeah, and my girlfriend was driving, and she had a driving permit, and I was so tensed on Black Lives Matter. They asked me for my driver license because she had to be in the car with a licensed driver.
Right. Did
So
you
I
have
still
yours?
had to pull out my driver license to prove that I was a licensed driver for her to be driving. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? But when the black officer explained, he said, "Nah, you calm down, man. I know we ain't on no stuff like that. We just
Black
want.
Lives Matter.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what I'm saying.
That's what you
But
said
I
to
was
him when they
tense.
pulled you over?
Yeah, I was tense, and I was really at the point of, you know what I'm saying. Why are y'all harassing us?
That still doesn't warrant to kill somebody.
It isn't a warrant, but I'm gonna tell you something. When every action causes a reaction, and when we do wrong, we cannot justify it with a but. And each one of those brothers, even from Eric Gardner was selling Lucy's, single Newports for $2 a piece, and it's illegal to sell cigarettes.
What is Lucy's?
Cigarette.
Cigarettes.
Cigarette.
Single
Cigarette.
cigarettes.
A single cigarette. You ain't watched
We
Dave Chappelle?
talk about these stories. We talk about
you
these
don't
brothers.
shoot anybody because they're selling a
That's
cigarette.
the police. They have authorization. They have the authority, if they feel threatened, to pull that trigger. And if they justifiably can prove that their life was in jeopardy or they feared for their life, that's why only
So wait a minute,
out
he
of all
was selling
those,
Black
Lucy's,
folk.
and they just ran up on him,
No, they
and
choked him to death.
they didn't choke him. They actually observed him sell a cigarette to someone, and an undercover officer ran up from behind, and a couple more officers came from the front. It was like 3 or 4 officers, but initially the officer that grabbed him from the back choked him too much, choked him too hard.
Choked him to death.
Well, I mean, you know, he didn't die right there.
I don't think you believe that Black Lives Matter,
I
because it
think you've
sounds
been in
like
the South too long.
yeah, you
No. It isn't about that. We gotta all, as society, we gotta know when we bag up somebody, we bagging up somebody for doing right. Anybody can lose their life in these streets. We ain't talking about all these black people that's senselessly getting killed by their own brothers. How that lady and that 4-year-old daughter just got shot at the bus stop for sitting in somebody else's hood because she was recognized to be living in somebody else's hood. We ain't talking about the black on black lives crimes that really matter in our community, but we'll raise up hell on somebody that got killed and
Just like you let somebody talk about your family can talk about each other, but you be damned if somebody on the street talk about your family.
it isn't about if a person's wrong, they're wrong. And if a person's right, as us as a whole, we supposed to support what's right. And when a person's doing right and they living right, if that brother was at home and wasn't outside that store selling DVDs and CDs at 11 o'clock at night when it happened, and if he was at home preparing himself to go look for a job the next morning or being at home with his family and kids, my grandmother said the only thing happened after 10 o'clock is trouble. And that's what's real. If you're not working after 10 o'clock at night, you have no business out in the streets.
I don't know about that, because that's just when after 10 o'clock, that's when things just start moving.
But that's the people that don't live a worldly life. If you got a life that you're living right for, by 8 o'clock you're tired and you're asleep because you got a business, you got a life to live and
Kinda
kids
got
to
a little
take care
point
of
there. I know,
the
I
next
get
day.
you.
It's just simple facts and matters of morals and what we supposed to be doing as human beings. If we was focusing on our own, we wouldn't have time to go out because we have to worry the little extra time we'd be worried on about our kids, teaching them the informatives of how to respect the police, how to respect yourself, and if that situation was to come to pass, listen, nigga, quit moving, put your hands on the car. You ain't do nothing, you ain't did nothing. After they finish running your name and shit, they gonna let you go. Simple point, Matt. If you did something wrong, if they do something wrong, record the shit.
So she could be lying. He wasn't trying to get his wallet. He was probably trying to do something else.
Thank you. I'm not jumping on nobody's side because guess what? The shit don't make sense when you listen to the conversation of the matter. It
Wait a
doesn't
minute,
make
now which
sense.
one are you
The
saying?
police made a statement. I told him don't move.
No, he said about reaching for something.
No,
He said,
and
"Officer, you asked him to pull out his
but
wallet."
that's her making statements. How do you say making third-party statements or making you believe that he did that? He didn't say that with his own two eyes, and we didn't see it. That's why we gotta be because listen, the media want us to set it off. They want us to set it off because once we set it off, guess what they gonna do?
Yeah, the right to remove.
Your sons, your fathers, your kids that's in prison, they gonna push that button and they gonna kill every one of them motherfuckers, and they gonna turn to every prison in America to conservation camps. And remember when they said that credit card, that that mark of the beast, you gotta have that number, that card, that.
He's scaring me.
I'm telling you.
Scared.
I'm just being
Can we
real.
take a commercial?
It's some real deep shit going on. They want to set it off so they can
I'm
open up these
scared.
prisons and save the people that can afford to get in those gates with those credit cards. But if you ain't got no cash, your ass ain't finna get in there.
Take us to a commercial break and let us come black, because I'm scared.
They say
I'm
I
gonna eat me
talk
a
too
piece
much.
of cake.
Yeah, let me get a piece. See.
gonna say it.
Transform
like
yourself.
that shit.
I like it.
I truly feel
Love it. Pitbull.
it's excellent.
Energy.
Gives
Be
you energy.
that second win, of extra win.
So anyway, back to Black Lives.
I truly feel like the only life that we lost that really matters is the little boy that got killed in the park by the police that jumped out and they killed
With
him.
the fake gun, if anything.
That's the only story that matters. That was a child, and you can see that with your own two
wasn't a
eyes.
child.
That's another story.
Like all the stories.
It
matter.
isn't about. We can bring up Trayvon Martin. That's another story that has nothing to do with
So do
police
you
brutality.
think it was good or bad? It was good or bad?
That had nothing to do. That was a security guard, rent-a-cop trying to go over and beyond the call of his duty.
With the system.
But he has nothing. He didn't have to take the oath. So he don't know. He wasn't forced. See, that's what people don't understand. See, all police officers.
I'm sorry.
All
I done seen
police
this white
officers-
man attack the
listen.
police officer, punch it.
Let me ask you something. You know, when people come here, migrates from other countries,
All I can do is eat my cake because
They
y'all
have-
got me feeling some kind of way. I'm
they give
scared.
you an information package sheet when you first come to America, what they call the American Dream, and all immigrants read
I
it.
didn't get my paperwork.
No, you didn't, because you didn't
There
come.
ain't
You
no
was
immigrant.
I
already
came
here.
from America.
Yeah, but your
You
ancestors
ain't see me come to
was
America?
already here. They drugged them across the river. You didn't have to come.
I'm putting the rest of my cake up. That's all
That
I'm
cake is
saying.
delicious.
Carlo, you there?
I'm right here, man.
Do we have any callers in? We on a controversial subject that
This is
really
very
that
controversial.
some people, a lot of people they've been criticizing me on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube because I've been speaking the truth about it. Everybody,
I'm for right. Right don't wrong nobody. That's what my mama said.
And it
Right
is
don't
what it
wrong
is.
nobody.
I
But them
can't-
people that y'all just randomly, how you gonna be still hanging people in 2000, 100, zillion, 16? That's crazy.
they do it. They do it, and they still, the Ku Klux Klan even have a chapter downtown Los Angeles.
And aren't you scared? You got 12 boys.
I have
No, you got 12 girls.
12
See,
girls.
the thing about our sisters, the white men don't care about our sisters. They love our sisters. They love to see y'all. They love to see y'all.
'Cause they just wanna rape y'all and kill you.
That's all they want to do. They want to destroy our bloodline, our race. We already destroyed. If you're African American, you best believe that your blood has been distorted. That's why Africans dislike us, because they're pure breeds and we're not. And they feel like they have the.
That ain't no reason to be liking or disliking somebody.
They really feel like.
That's another part of
But-
ignorance.
with somebody.
That's
but
another part of ignorance. to me.
Spiritually, exactly. But I actually got it out of a couple of them, and they
I
really
would be
feel
like, you
that God
realize-
chose them because they haven't been.
I'll be like, do you
tainted.
realize how that sound?
But that's man's concept. You got to understand that every man think of, they only understand what they
understand.
what they understand at their own perception. So
So like this is what you're perceiving and what you perceive.
no, I perceive
Exactly.
life. I perceive life because I done lived it and experienced it, and I got out of that. I escaped that prison system, and I seen this with my own two eyes. And I used to work in the front office. See, I tell people, when you go to prison, they know your IQ level, they know everything about you, they know your blood type, they know everything about you before you get there, your education level, everything. And because of brothers like me that's more highly intelligent, more educated than the average brother, we didn't go to the right with the rest of the inmates. We went to the left. I ate steak and lobster in the penitentiary. I was the warden's.
I ain't good when I was in the pen because I was a hell of an athlete.
Thank you.
And they used to bet on us.
I was literally the warden's
yeah.
right-hand man. I did all the paperwork. When he had something to be filed, they give me the paper. I go in there and type it up.
I go for that.
And it's not just me.
You
all
eat
the
steak and
brothers.
lobsters in
Yes.
And we get all our information
every
behind
major
that kind of a
officer
thing.
in the penal system, they do not do no paperwork. It's just like a lawyer. You know who does the lawyer's
Yeah,
work?
yeah.
A paralegal.
Yeah, so that
And
means
and sometimes they go all the way to prison and
They
find
gotta live
paralegals. They have to, because one word misspelled, one punction mark, the paper, the case get thrown out. So that's what they do. They let them do the paperwork and they go back and review it. But that's the lawyer's IQ level to review a piece of paper just like that and catch any edit flaw instantly, or this case get thrown out. So that's what most lawyers do. They let them do the paperwork, they review it, then they submit it to the courts.
This ain't so damn funny.
No.
I thought
This was so damn
I'm
real, huh?
Yeah, this was so damn real. I'm damn near scared up in here tonight.
But the only
the
reason I know
penitentiary
this is because I gave back 2 life sentences plus 40 years. I talk about this. 2 life sentences plus 40 years with my own 2 hands. And I helped 5 other brothers get out of prison.
Wait a
the same
minute,
way.
wait. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean?
Oh,
Paperwork.
for me doing paperwork, being wrongfully convicted for a crime that I did not commit. But because I committed so many other crimes in my past that it wasn't hard to convict me when I didn't have no witness and I was the only one that was screaming wolf that I didn't do it.
Jesus.
And white folks will hang you and throw you away and take every word that you say and use it against you. They say that. You have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say will and can be used against you. And also, the judge would tell you when you walk up to him, if you say, yeah, Your Honor, I robbed him, but I had to do it to feed my family. The judge gonna holler, but there's no ignorance to the law.
No.
Armed robbery, 40 years. And you gonna serve it mandatory.
40 years?
Not me. I'm talking about there's no ignorance to the law. I done heard judges tell so many dumb, ignorant criminals or people that committed crimes
They tell
and
you
thinking
that every
that a but is an excuse to commit the crime. You see what I'm saying?
Well, my family was hungry.
Exactly. That was my excuse for going to prison 6 times. I didn't have no education. I was trying to feed my family. I was trying to make a little extra money, and I was trying to make it fast. But I knew it was illegal the moment I put my hands on that crack cocaine. I knew it was illegal the moment I put them hoes out there to sell pussy. I knew it was illegal. Everything that I did.
Do you have any positions open at that?
I mean, that's just.
like literal
I didn't
positions.
sugarcoat it. Any way to make money from armed robbery to robbing drug dealers to making fake cocaine to pimping out white bitches and turning them out on drugs, I did it in the name of money. And I was influenced by the music, by the influence of the media that I was portrayed on TV. I wanted to be like Tony Montana. I wanted to be like Big Meech. I wanted to be like Tupac.
Tony?
BMF.
It just, I mean, but that was the lifestyle that we lived. And the media painted the picture. It was every time you turn the TV on, you seeing these images, and you can't help but to think that you can do it. And the feds knew you was doing it from the day you started it. And the moment you get worth something that's worth for them coming to take, they coming to get you.
Oh, so they know all along.
Oh yeah, I did federal time. I didn't do bullshit time. I did
Is
big
there
boy
such
time.
thing as bullshit time?
Yeah, bullshit time and state time.
I did a murder robbery, so I was in jail
State
for
time.
How long?
7 years. I mean, but I was a kid when I did my murder robbery. You know, I was doing robberies before every football game, so I ain't have to work. I had a scholarship. I knew I was going.
And there's a lot of brothers out here, man, that escaped the system.
Damn, say it again. You did, wasn't that, Carlo? Because you look like an upright, standing man. When
I totally am. I was.
Now you got that body?
That was a whole lifetime ago. No, actually, I was born with this. You can see my pictures when I was 15, 16. I had the same body and whatnot. But like I said, I was an elite athlete. I had a scholarship to Nebraska in '79 when it was the #1 school in the nation. You know. But
so you say you hit a lick before you go to school?
And before every game, I used to do a robbery.
Why?
Where?
So I can have Bank Ola after the game is what I thought. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to McDonald's to work. When we go to McDonald's, we make them give us some food for free, even if I still had the money. Give a damn. That's how we was
first
thinking.
gig robbing banks. I used
You
to
know?
sit in the car at the parking lot across the street from the bank and sit there early in the mornings and just watch people. And I'm looking for people that had businesses that come in and pick up early deposit money.
You can see them too because they
And
got
it's
this.
easy.
They got
come
this.
out with the
They got
green
this
bag
certain
or the
envelope.
certain little envelope in their hand.
Yeah.
And what I do, I mark them. I mark my target, and then as soon as they come out, it's always filled on Fridays. On Mondays and Fridays is always big drops. They bringing in the money from the weekend before, or they
coming to get money for the draw at
dropping
work.
it off. So you follow them to their destination and hit them going, or you follow them to you follow them when they come out and just pray that they stop at the gas station somewhere. And most of the time, that's how I hit my licks. They'll pull over to the gas station. I just bust the window out, grab the money, and keep going. But it's been
With a gun.
but several times where they didn't stop.
Gotta take
They
it.
didn't have to stop, and you got to jump out in the middle of the street. And it's
Somewhere
what
you gotta
it is,
take it.
carjacking. I accidentally carjacked a person, and the police was 2 cars behind me in an undercover marked car, and I had to shoot at the police to get away. When you live that life, you better be about it. If not,
Most
then
deaf. Yeah, you can't start no war you
the
ain't ready
moment
to
you
finish.
hesitate is the moment you
I'm
gonna get
scared
killed.
again. This shit right here.
Trip this though. Trip this. Now my man is a comedian, entrepreneur, business person,
I ain't committed
able
a
to
crime
preach
to the
and
day
teach.
I got out of
You
the
can't
kid.
learn no better lesson than from a person like that or myself, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We come from the gutter. We can only teach you how to stay away from the gutter.
Man, I fell before I
Wait
came
a minute.
up.
Tell me what had happened with you, because we need to know.
Crazy, right?
This shit right here got me picking. You got me picking off all my damn jail nails. Like I'm like, this is some
I've
bullshit.
never taken nothing from somebody's house. Or if it wasn't a big business or like a corporation or something.
Why do thieves always think that? Because, I mean, it's
That
like,
ain't me.
who in the hell do you think owns those?
I was a shit
Some
man.
Shay Whitey them and what owned it. It was gas stations and things of that nature. I remember one of my favorite robberies that I did, if there's ever such a thing. Trip. I had a real job working at it was called Broadway. Hey, y'all remember the Broadway?
Broadway,
It was just a store. Yeah,
like
it used to be an upper echelon store, basically. Well, I went and got the job on my own, right? This white lady fired me. The next day, she came in and said, "Who hired you?" I told her who hired me. She came after lunch and told me I wasn't Bullock material. I was
So it was
like,
like
oh,
Bullock,
yeah.
like a Macy's or
She
something.
hurt your feelings.
Oh my God, I couldn't wait to come rob them that Friday. Every time.
So wait a minute. She said that she told you to your
She
face.
told me to my face that I was not Bullock material. And so I was like, okay, cool. Fire me, everything. You know, I think I cried that day about that because I literally went out and got the job, you know, like you're supposed to. Fill out the application, have a resume, all that kind of a good thing. I was dressed right. I was dressed for what they call success, the whole nine. And then this lady came and just told me that I was a nigga and that you ain't worth working here and you should not be around all our good white people. Basically, is what she told me.
I believe.
So, and I was like,
job?
huh?
For what job?
I was just working in Bullock in the store, just somebody to stack shit, put up stuff away. I wasn't even really nobody, but I was in her atmosphere as far as she was concerned. Hold on, though. That Friday, right? Me and my boys, we come hooded and booted up. I know exactly where this bitch gonna be, right? I go in there, we make it the whole store lay down. All the store
Her
gotta
too?
lay down. Oh, every time I walk past her, I kick the shit out of her. I know she had to know this has got to be something. Why ain't he kicking everybody else? Every time I walk past that lady, I kick the shit out of her. I know I broke a couple ribs because I was really upset with her for making. I probably would have never did another robbery again if she'd have let me keep my job. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. So
I remember I used
To the no, here to the no.
before I leave. And this white lady, she shot me in the ass.
Oh,
She came from, but I was bending over on her couch, and I heard it when it cocked, when the pistol was like a little
you knew
24
you was
foot.
dead bad.
I looked back and she popped that motherfucker. I shot straight out the window head first, but she shot me dead in my ass. But I ain't stopped running though. I ain't gonna lie. I made it all the way home, and I told my grandma.
Your grandma would take you to jail?
No, my grandma took the bullet out my ass.
Oh, okay, cool.
Laid me down on the table and took it out right there.
So.
No, we from the South. We ain't-
wait a minute. They took it at your grandma took it at the
Grandma,
house.
she put some alcohol. She put
Hey,
some,
and you
she
get
put
your
some
damn
alcohol on
tweezers,
me.
you cut a
Got
little
that
slice.
tweezer and sliced it out. I can
Yeah,
show you. And
pull
then
it
she
out.
Stitched it up.
And she stitched it back up.
She said, yeah, she used to be like a nurse practitioner. She used to be the people that help deliver babies when women had.
Carla, you ain't through yet. I gotta go back to this Broadway store because I want to know. So y'all went in hoodie.
I had dropped the mask on, pistols up. You know, I had my little Glock or whatnot back then and shit. I used to think we was hardcore. I used to do it every week before every football game. Yeah.
So wait a minute. So you robbed the lady? I mean, you just
That was the
just
funnest.
personal.
That was the funnest robbery I ever did. I mean,
You took that shit personal.
I definitely and I probably shouldn't. You know, we didn't get caught on that one, but stuff like that could get you caught. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because I was like literally going directly to every time. I swear, like every time I walk past her, like if y'all move, and I woo
You fell into the stereotype of everything that she said.
Well, I mean, I was already doing robberies and stuff. I was trying to get myself away from that. So yeah, I imagine I did, but you know, like I said,
You know, when I first watched Juice, you know that movie with
This shit
Tupac.
is crazy
Yeah.
tonight.
The same night I went
I
and
don't
robbed the
even
store
know.
with some of my homeboys. That same night I looked at my homeboys. I said, "Man, y'all want to go do
let's
it?
go do this.
Man, y'all got the juice, nigga." And everybody was with it. They was like, "All right, yeah, let's do it." I had made the
that's
plan.
crazy
The
youth.
plan was that I was gonna send my little homeboy in the store first, and he gonna walk around like he was gonna buy something, and I was gonna walk to the door, stick the pistol in the window, and be like, "Hey, man, it's a full-time jack move. Don't make it a homicide. You get
Oh,
money."
used all the
What you was
words.
gonna
Yeah.
say? Wait. What you was gonna say?
Hey, it's a full-time jack move. Don't make it a homicide. You, give me the money. Get the money out the register. Bring it to me. So when we got to the store, got ready to go in the store, I tell him to go in the store. He was like, all right. So he took off running, and he went the other way. He didn't run in the store. He ran the opposite direction from the store.
So he left you?
He left us, right?
Hell to
And
the
we had
dog.
a crackhead car, so my boy was driving the car. I was like, man, fuck it. I'm just going to go and hit the lick. I walked in the store. I put on a bandana across my face, and I walked in the store. I had a bandana in my pocket, 2 bandanas on in both of my little hanging out my pockets. I had a bandana over my face, and I had a hat over my head with some sunglasses on. And I walked in the store it was like 2 in the morning, And the white lady looked at me and she just started laughing. You look so cute. And I went into the back. I went to where the beer cabinet was, and I grabbed the 64-ounce jug of Old English 800.
Kings. That was the big Kings back then, the
64-ounce jug of Old English 800. And I was walking up to the counter. She started, that's so cute. You're so funny. You know, you're good and well. You're not old enough to buy that. I said, yes, I am. I got my ID right here. And I reached out that 25. I cocked. I said, bitch, this a full-time jack move. Don't make it a homicide. Put your hands up. And the bitch got hysterical. She's like, yeah. And the way she got to shaking, it looked like she hit her up under the table. And I swore she hit the secret alarm, and I just started shooting. And I ain't having 3 bullets.
That's the one thing about black folks.
I ain't having 3 bullets.
We don't never have an extra
No, I didn't
clip.
kill her, but I shot her twice. I shot her in the neck. I shot her in behind the ear, and it basically came out her neck. But if I would have, because I was short, if I'd have had it at a direct angle, I would have killed her.
Yeah, thank God you did.
I was 11 years old when I did that.
Thank God he did.
And
You
that's
was
why
in So-So?
I was in So. Well, no, I was.
Who are you with?
I was with a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old, and guess what they said? They didn't go to jail.
You went because you the
Man, you
one
should have
made
seen
it up.
what happened to me. Literally, have you ever seen? I don't know if they ever.
So damn funny.
Yeah,
What's so damn funny?
it's some crazy shit. I mean, I was literally, how do you say, lynched by the city because they was controversy. It was a big controversy because I was 11 years old. We don't know if to sentence him as an adult or sentence him as keeping in court.
Juvenile, yeah.
My grandmother spent a bunch of money behind lawyers to try to keep it in juvenile court. Then they transferred me over to an adult. Then they bound me over to the Mississippi Department of Corrections until I was 20, to my 25th birthday.
You 15, 14
I was
years?
11 years old.
Yeah, so he started
They
out
gave
in
me
juvenile
life,
and then they put him
and they
into...
sentenced me. But I got out when I was 19. I went to the Marines. I passed my GED. I did everything that I was supposed to do. And
So you did from
I
11
went to the
to
military,
19?
yeah. From 11 to 19, I was
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
and
19.
they kept me. Back
years?
then, they kept me in a reformatory school with like little boys. This was like petty
It
juvenile.
ain't so bad, really.
It is no. That was only for the first 2 years until I couldn't go to Mississippi Parchment. I couldn't go to prison until I weighed a pound over 100 pounds. And the moment I ended up getting to a little
Nigga, I
boy,
wouldn't have been eating nothing. I've been eating this shit.
I got into it
eating
with a
this
little
shit.
boy, and I stabbed the little boy 17 times. And
God damn.
they forced their hand to send me to prison. They sent me to prison. I was 97 pounds when I walked through the door. And they sent me to Camp 32. This is like where all the death row inmates, all the people that got life sentences, all the
Here come
hardcore
your little
criminals.
ass.
And they put me in a cube with a whole bunch of killers. But just the way God worked, they took me in.
I was going to say, they took you in and raised
as
your
their
ass.
son. Like
Sure enough.
I had so many, and that's why I was on a dangerous level, like fighting, killing. I used to stab niggas for Snicker bars in the penitentiary. I was a little bitty assassin.
After them?
No, they tell me to do it, and I did it. I used to have fun in prison, and it escalated to the point where all the people that I seen, the youngsters that I was in those reformatory schools with for the couple years that I was there, it just never failed. Every other year, I was watching them come through the front gate of that prison.
Ain't that a trip?
And half of them was people that I got into it with, and it was pleasure to me because I fucked them off the moment they walked through the door. Now they came on my
was your
work.
grandmother not a good parent to you?
My grandmother was a preacher.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Well, I was wondering, like, what are these stems?
My grandmother was a preacher and a prayer warrior. And believe me, the devil attacked the ones that really love God the most. And through my grandmother's children and grandchildren, it really just distorted her, stressed her out to death. You know what I'm saying? But we come.
So you
from,
basically killed your grandma with all that
I
bullshit.
didn't kill her.
Damn.
I was the light of my grandmother. I really was the only one out of all the siblings that got an education, that went to college, that did something, even after all my trials and tribulations. And all the rest of the niggas
Man,
had
I can't believe you
they
said
had
you
a
was
free
11
ride.
years old.
They had
and
a
then
free
went
ride to
in.
get to do what they wanted to do. All of them did. I got an auntie, she just got her nursing certificates. And my grandmother paid for her school in full 12 years ago. She just accomplished,
So Mississippi is in the house, y'all, tonight, and we are not experiencing what's
got
so
some
damn funny.
dangerous shit.
So this
It is
some
funny.
man, huh?
It's funny. But
I mean, when you
sometimes
look back on it, yeah,
You
I
say you
remember.
killed somebody for a snicker? Not kill him, but I mean
just-
literally like.
I mean, literally just say stab somebody. I mean, it has been. I done been in prison wars where when they say it's
gotta fight.
like the gladiator days when 400 people in one room and everybody start fighting
It's
in
going
some kind
down.
of way, everybody got knives and swords, and you like, we in prison, where they get swords from?
They got them, and you
Niggas
better
get to
have
coming
one
out
too.
they
And you better go to
asshole.
war, because if you
They
don't
come
go
out
to
their
war,
asshole with swords. I seen a nigga come out his asshole with a blade this long and stab the police down.
tell them what happened if you don't fight.
Oh, that's to the death. It's over with.
In
Might as well
prison?
go and kill yourself.
You and me, we both like on our
Why
edge,
you not
right?
even cut yourself up in?
I come from that era of, it was the people that took me under their wing, pure killers, like pure killers, like the people that I was under ruled or shot called the penitentiary.
So what's your life like now? Do you still feel that?
Yeah, let's get to that part. Let's get to this stuff.
My life-
We got 5 minutes left, so let's
My
get
life now is a total change. I used to make over $40,000 a day for everybody that knew me, and that's 40,000
A
was
day?
that was a small number for me. And now sometimes I don't make $10 a day, and I live in an RV. I stay to myself. I'm very anti-socialistic. I don't fuck with nobody. I stay to myself. I have to. My zero tolerance towards niggas and my rap sheet for assaults, and if I get into it, if I do it to anybody, I'm going to jail for a long time. And because I went to the Marines and because I have special training, my hands are illegal. I can't just hit anybody. They put me in a situation where I have to isolate myself, or I've been fucked up myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's messed up to say it like
Man.
that. But
this called What's So Damn Scary. We
but I'm a real comedian. And I tell people, they ask me, they say, how do you turn your life into humor? And it's pain. It is.
That's a lot of pain.
I tell
It's
you what
pain.
though,
Does it ever haunt you?
and shit like that. It
I
builds
don't
character.
sleep. I may sleep 2 hours a night.
That's what
It
I be
is what it
saying.
is.
Damn,
You know,
I don't
I plan
you
on
still
sleeping
look
when
over
I
your
die.
back,
No,
even though you ain't from.
I fear no
Cause you
man.
did all that from So when you was in
No,
So.
I fear no
What
man.
you gotta be scared of?
I fear no man.
Man, you gotta do.
I fear no man.
What are you scared of?
Cause
I
he
fear
a
no
killer,
man.
right?
I done had 4 or 5 brothers try to kill me in my sleep, and they ended up the situation reversed on them. So you got to be skillful to know what you're doing, because I sleep very light.
Okay, we gon'.
What we gonna do?
I don't know. I'm scared.
Shows coming up. We need to make light of this.
Yeah. This Sunday, I'm gonna be at the Market Street Bar and Grill over in Inglewood.
I'm gonna be there. I'll be there this Sunday.
Hey.
I always come to the funny
And
days.
then Friday, I'm gonna be at the Speakeasy with Victor Vegas. Oh my God, this guy is hella funny. He got a very nice comedy club in the basement of his home. I mean, like, you wouldn't believe it. That's why he call it a Speakeasy, because it is like underground, off the chain, very, very nice. And then Sunday night again, I'm gonna be at the Whip. The Whip is at 7617 Crenshaw Boulevard, where we whip it up every Sunday night. We usually get started about 7:30. That way we can, just kind of like make sure we got a band that goes down, and then the comedy comes on. So, and the good thing about the Whip is that it's $10 to get in, but we give you 2 drinks free.
Woo!
And you can bring your own drink.
God damn it down.
Huh?
BYOB.
Yeah, it only holds 40 people, so don't everybody try to rush up in there at one time.
Can we smoke? Smoke.
We got a place for the people that's sick that need that medication.
Yeah, you know I'm sick
All
of
the
the
way in the black. We got a place for you. If you need your medication, yeah, we got your medication. If you just need to eat your cake at the table,
you can eat the cake at the table.
we got a spot for that too.
Yes, Lord.
But I'm just saying, tell them to put a little more talcum powder in this, cause yeah.
That's what you're not gonna do.
You almost ate all your cake.
Yeah, I know. I was supposed to be going home with my cake. This is some.
You better give him some shit.
Yeah, did you want the rest of my cake?
To the no, hell to the no, hell to the no, listen. I got kids dropping out of school, talking about they don't want to learn, but they're standing on the corner rolling blunts, talking about come on, let's burn. They'll do that. I got kids walking up and down the street, pants hanging down by the knees. Look at them, look at them. About that, they're looking for a job. When I see them, I say, did the book, please. That's what they need to see. All they ever talk about, brag about who got the biggest and the baddest gun. Time to see the copper with the bubble top, and they drop the Glock, they wanna run. Yeah, and now the sheriff got them locked up, got them sitting in the county jail. What now? Heard the mama, she was crying all night, cause she can't get money for the bill. Now they're mad with the homeboys, cause they didn't put no money in the commissary. Yeah. Be glad you're in the jail, brother man, cause you was sure headed for the cemetery. That's a fact. There's an old saying that a hard head make a soft behind. Yeah. Well, since you did the crime, don't do the time, stop the baby crying. Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no. To the no, 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 no. Hell no, no. To the no, no. Hell to the no, no.